The Nets are 16-24 going into the halfway point of the season, and they got themselves a primetime matchup against the Lakers tonight. So let's get straight to the point with all things hashtag Nets World with Keith McPherson, host of the Talkin Nets podcast and WFAN. Hey, Keith, man, apologies because this is the second time after a losing streak that we've had you on here. I promise you this is not scripted, my man. How you doing?
I'm good. Not great watching these Nets games. And, I mean, you can't bring me on at a good time. There hasn't been a good time since the Milwaukee Bucks game. It's been all downhill from there. So let's talk about it, man. I just did the Talkin Nets podcast yesterday. I'm reading all the articles, all the stuff that the Nets Twitter fans are putting out there. It's one of the worst stretches in a long time, maybe ever.
All right, so I got some statements that's floating around social media. We're gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna give you the floor to say what you got to say about it. First one, the Nets have lost 9 of their last 10 games. Why?
Finding ways to lose, and that's everybody. That's the guys on the floor and the head coach. Finding ways to lose, not calling timeouts, not drawing up plays, not challenging calls. And, not taking the end of the game seriously. Maybe not having the right rotations, not having the right guys in, not making shots. How many layups can these guys smoke? It's just contagious right now. When you find ways to lose like the Nets have, it seems like the losing is inevitable.
That brings us into our next one. Zach Lowe called the Nets the most depressing team in the NBA. Agree or disagree?
Oh, agree. Well, before they went to Paris, I think they gave us a little 5-day break. We had 5 days off. I call that a mental health break from the Brooklyn Nets. Now I'm doing the Talkin Nets podcast. This is therapy. I have a hotline. I'm like, this is the Nets fan help hotline. People are calling up and expressing all different things about how do we get here? What do we deserve? Why do we deserve? What do we do to deserve this? What do we do to get out of this? What happens next? We're all trying to talk through it and figure it out. But, man, we're just looking for a win. Winning cures all. They've only been able to beat the Pistons. They can't beat the Trailblazers. They gave the Trailblazers their 10th win in overtime in Brooklyn, and then they gave them their 11th win the other night in Portland. You can't beat some of the worst teams in the NBA. That means you're one of the worst teams in the NBA. They're bottom 5, maybe bottom 3 right now.
Hashtag depressing. Let's talk about tonight and that must win or that much needed win that we're talking about. Tonight against the Lakers, the Nets are plus 6.5. Do they cover? Forget the straight up. We're not worried about the straight up. Do they cover plus 6.5?
Nah, man. Nah. I don't know why they did this to us. They're putting this game on ESPN. You know, something I was saying on the podcast is, hey, without KD, Kyrie, James Harden, some of these guys, we've been able to fly under the radar with our misery. Nope, we'll be front and center tonight, nationally televised versus the Lake Show. Everybody tuning in to see Bron the Lakers. And everybody's going to be talking about, wow, what happened to the Brooklyn Nets just 3-4 years ago? We were predicting Nets-Lakers finals. Look at this team. What is going on? So do they cover? Nah. I mean, I would love to see them have some pride. I would love to see them have some fight, gut it out, win the game, or even cover. But they're giving you no reason to believe that can happen.
Primetime matchup is going to put the players on Front Street. It's also going to put GM Sean Marks on Front Street as well because you can show the man hasn't brought in the groceries to win games. Last but not least, 229.5 are the total game points for tonight. You taking the under, the over, or why? And why?
I'm taking the under. I think last time you had me on, the over-under was like 224 and the under hit. I'm taking the under just because, like, they usually say first to 100 wins. The Lakers will be the first to 100. And like I said, I've watched the Nets smoke so many easy layups and open shots and just not hit shots. You know, the phrase, it's a make or miss league. They've been missing a lot of shots. I don't think they have the defensive component that they were supposed to have anymore. That was supposed to be their identity. I'm taking the under, and I'm taking the Lakers to cover, and they're going to have a fun time in the house that Kobe built. It's not the Staples Center anymore, the Crypto.com arena. They're going to have a fun Friday night in L.A. with this one.
All right, since I'm all about positivity in 2024, let's end this thing off with something positive. Say something positive about the Brooklyn Nets.
This Nets World has been built. I'm wearing this Nets World T-shirt. The Nets fans are here, right? There was a narrative that there are no Nets fans. Unfortunately, now you have the fans. Now you have the fan base. Now you have the arena full every night, but you don't have the product on the floor. So the positive thing is we're riding with the team. We're staying up till 12:30 to watch the team win. and we're getting the opposite in return. But this Nets world has been built. The Brooklyn Nets have fans, and we're just waiting for them to right the ship.
Man, you got a 9-month-old, and I got one as well. So if you're staying up at till 12:30 to watch the Nets, that's dedication right there. That's free floor seats.
I'm on the radio every night till 12, till 2. I really don't sleep. I'm up at all times in the night looking at the baby cam. I'm up in the morning like I don't sleep. I sleep in pockets. I steal naps when the baby naps.
Free throw cams, baby cams, all Cam Thomas's is all about the cams around here.
Cam Johnson.
Oh, Cam Johnson's all about the cams around here. Hey, thanks for hopping on with us, my man.
Brandon, appreciate you, bro.